remember. Oh! We're live straight away.
Are we live?
Bang! Straight away.
Did you open with the C word?
No, I almost did though.
Oh.
That whole screen that says "Thanks for waiting." It just didn't decide to fire today.
Oh, right. So it caught us off guard, did it, Dan?
Well, I'm glad it caught me off guard rather than what you were saying earlier. Anyway, how do we do this again? Let's start again from the start. Hello,
yeah.
Tommy. How are you?
I'm very well, Dan. How are you?
Well, I've been better.
It
It's
feels
been a horrible
weird.
day.
It feels weird being here on a Friday, I've got to say.
Do you know, today has been a day that's really wound me up for a number of reasons. Things were not going well at work. And, of course, to top that off...
And they weren't going well for work for me either.
Have you noticed how today is extra muggy and horrible, and every little bug, the ones that even don't exist yet, are now all about today?
Yeah.
Causing absolute havoc. I mean...
I'll go out for a bit, come back in. I've got like about a dozen green flies on my t-shirt.
What are those things? They're little green ones, isn't they?
Yeah, the ones that if you try and do that, you end up smudging them all over your shirt.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to brush the cat earlier. I just kept removing these little green things.
Yeah.
Finally brushed the thing, and it just does this in the grass. Oh, for God's sake, just brush it.
Speaking of warm weather, actually, it feeds very well into the film that we're talking about tonight. To see out Muscle May, of course, because we've got a.
I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm not exactly Reece Dawley.
Well, yeah. Well, at what? No, I am.
You're closer than I am, mate.
No way. I'm scrawny as anything. But we are talking about a really good muscle film today, Dan, and this so happens to be producer man Steve's favourite Arnold Schwarzenegger film.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, get out. Put that cookie down. There's a bomb in there. Get out. Come on.
Do you know what? He's a bad actor, but he's brilliant.
I was saying this he's
terrible.
I was saying this to I was saying it to my girlfriend the other day. I was saying it to Ellie that there's a difference between being an actor and being a movie star.
Yes, there is.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is a bad actor, but he's a bloody great movie star.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And there's a few others that fall into that category as well, like Jason Statham or Dwayne Johnson. Like they're not good actors, but they're just.
When they're on screen, it's going to be a good one.
When you say like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go see the new Arnold Schwarzenegger film," like you say things like that, don't you? You pin them by the title of the.
People will go and watch the movie for them.
For them, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. If Dwayne Johnson's in a movie, a lot of people will probably go and just watch the Moana sequel just because Dwayne Johnson's in it.
Do you know that's actually good casting on their part, considering he voices Maui in the.
I recently watched the first one and I did quite enjoy it.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's a whole other review, Dan.
It's a cute little Disney film. Yeah. We'll just leave it there. I mean, to be fair, it can fit in Muscle May if you were clever about it.
That's a cute film in hot weather. Let's talk about a scary film in hot weather. So we're talking about Predator, 1987. This film is testosterone personified. This film bleeds, yet it doesn't have time to. This film ain't afraid of no man. This film is Predator. When a military rescue team are ordered on a mission in the Valverde jungle depths, not only do they slowly discover that the mission they are hunting for is based on lies, but they soon will discover that something from beyond this world has turned each of them from the hunter to the hunted. The military team, led by their Austrian fearless leader, Dutch, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, must use their survival skills and battle skills of warfare to challenge this curious but vicious extraterrestrial being. This film gets the rating it gets from me simply for its premise being simplistic but brilliantly executed. If this was a team of every men who were not intimidating, you would be rooting for Predator to wipe them out. But the filmmakers did a smart move in casting this military team with actors whose only bigger thing than their muscles was their personalities, which are established very early on. For example, I mean, you know this very well. Like with let's say for The Incredibles, for example, you've got Dash, who's the Joker. You've got Violet, who's the shy one. You've got Mr. Incredible, who's the strong one, and Elastigirl, who's just like trying to keep everything together. The carer. These soldiers kind of have their specific traits, should we say? So, for example, you have the no bullshit macho leader, Dutch. You have the mysterious tag along, Dylan. You have the fearless tracker / fighter, Billy. You have the somber, quiet brooder, Mac. You have the tobacco-fueled all-man, Blaine. You have the techie whiz joker, Hawkins. And you have the smaller but wise guy, Poncho. The majority of the cast had a blast filming this movie and had fun competitions throughout the day, like who's got the biggest biceps, for example, because they're all like...
I can picture that being the case.
They're all big macho hench motherfuckers. They all got up extra early to train in the gym before filming. Total meathead legends, the lot of them. Absolutely. You know, like, hats off to them entirely. You know, apparently, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he used to get up at like 4 in the morning and he would run for an hour. And then do a complete weight workout, and then do a whole day's filming, then go to bed.
Wow.
You know,
that's
like,
dedication to the cause.
And a whole day's filming, you're looking at about 16 hours a day.
Yeah, you are.
Crazy. John McTiernan, who also directed a film that I know you enjoy, Dan. John McTiernan directed this film. He also directed Die Hard.
Did he really?
Yeah, so he's no stranger to action. This was actually before Die Hard, a year before Die Hard, so he was no stranger to action movies by the time Die Hard came around. So that's just to give you a bit of insight into the quality that it went into this film.
I like that.
Yeah, so he directed this very suspenseful sci-fi horror to such a great high standard, considering the weather conditions they had to rely on. All the cast constantly getting ill due to the poor hygiene, and some of the cast members being very imposing in person. They actually had to hire a bodyguard for Sonny Landham, who plays Billy. Not to this is gonna make you laugh, but bear in mind, Sonny Landham is one of the actors, right?
Yep.
They had to hire a bodyguard for Sonny, who plays Billy, not to protect him from anybody, but to protect people from him. Because he was such a towering, imposing, scary guy. They had to hire a bodyguard to make sure like he didn't like cause any trouble or anything on set, because he was a big, scary, hulking guy.
Wow.
McTiernan went on to direct Die Hard the following year, which quickly established his name as a great action movie director. The practical effects on Predator himself is very impressive, with the costume and the effects on his face, which is revealed in the third act. Getting the pincers to move individually must have been difficult to do. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Predator's face before, but he basically looks like this. And he's got pincers on the sides of his mouth, and they had animatronics moving each pincer. You know, obviously, because that's how they did it back then. You know, it was all, you know me, I'm a sucker for that practical
Got to be
effects.
original.
Yep. So, yeah, that was very impressive with the costume and the effects on his face, which is revealed in the third act. Getting the pincers to move individually must have been very difficult to do, because that was cutting-edge technology. Thank you, Stan Winston. Whereas with Alien, it is quite a diverse cast, and you don't really know who the hero of the story is until Ripley is the only one left. In this film, you know straight away Arnold is here to save the day, but you're just as excited to see him face off against his powerful alien enemy. You know, it builds up to that one-on-one fight where it's just him fighting a really brutal, vicious, 8-foot monster from outer space. It's great. Alan Silvestri's score is brilliant once again. Alan Silvestri, of course, did the music for Back to the Future. So you had some really talented people working on this movie, more than you may have known going in there.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, Silvestri has produced countless memorable film scores over the decades. Back to the Future being his most famous one, of course.
Good one, too.
Yeah. So to close, Dan, this film is quite simply an action film that I don't think we'd get these days. A bunch of all-male, larger-than-life, muscle-head soldiers being hunted by a practical effects, for the most part, alien creature. It's a brilliant design for an action movie plot. Can't really fault it. This is a perfect action film with suspense, sci-fi, and horror all mixed in, with a cast that projects immovable presence to the screen. And it also offered us one of the best memes in history, which you may have seen, where Arnie and his friend do like a greeting, like when they grab hold of each other's arms.
Yep.
That's a meme now. And you know the quote that comes with it when he just goes, "Dylan, you son of a bitch," and they just hold hands and try and like Like,
But
it's
we won't talk about memes from popular films, Tommy, because that you didn't like that earlier, did you?
well, I thought that was a bit of a low blow considering just how much those movies mean to me. But this
Lighten
film,
up.
Dan, I've got to go with 4.5 stars with Predator to see it out this month. Anyway, to see out this month.
Nice. Well, that's you done for the month.
It's my
now.
birthday month done. I've
Yeah.
got a month off.
You've got a month off.
I don't have to worry about what film we're going to talk about, and even better, I've only got 3 nights to wait until I see what the first one is for you.
Oh, yes. And you know already that I'm going to make some requests for you to watch some of these films.
Okay.
I personally think you will enjoy.
Yes.
I obviously have some surprises because we're not going to be reviewing in the traditional way.
Okay.
Because I've only got a month. You've got 11.
Are we
so-
are we switching seats?
I couldn't leave you in front of the control panel, Tommy. We'd never ever make it to air. But of course,
You stick it on and then we swap. We walk around.
just hold the camera. No, we'll be all right. But look, that's what we're going to do next week. So do not miss it. You've got to be here on Monday.
Yeah. I cannot wait.
Everything I've got planned has been planned for months, and
all of these years we've had
not an ounce of it has been leaked to you or producer
for
Steve.
so many years. I've sat here and spoken to you about films. Now it's time to return the favour. I want you to talk about films.
This is our 5th year here.
Yeah. But I want you to talk about films that I don't care if I'm not passionate about, but I want you to be passionate about them, and I want you to talk to me about them. That's all I want.
You want me to sell you the film.
Sell the film to me. Yeah, that's what I want. Because that's what I practically do to you most weeks.
And now that I can contact your girlfriend, I can actually force you to watch them as well. So I'm actually going to love this even more.
But did you like it with Predator, how I was wheeling in connections to you? Like, oh, yeah, the director of Predator, the guy who did the music for Back to the Future.
Dan likes that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. I like that. No, keep that up.
Yeah,
keep
I'll
that up.
keep doing that. Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. Just Tommy July is going to be full of that. But before Tommy came Dan. So that's what you've got all of next month. So do not miss it. If you're a fan of these, then you know that my opinion does not get out there very much. So you're going to want to hear it. Well, Tommy, thanks. That's 5 whole months you've done already.
I know.
This year.
That is scary how quick this year has gone.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You've only got another 6. You'll be
Yeah.
all right. You'll be all right. Right, well, have fun, guys. That's it from us. We're back on Monday.
Yeah, so it's a shorter break this time between reviews for us, but I cannot wait for Monday, Dan. It's going to be great.
All right, well, I look forward to it. Till then, Tommy, I'll see you then.
Yeah, well, by all means, the audience knows where to follow us on Letterboxd, Larkins95, Dan Moore Radio.
It's all on screen.
Yeah,
It's
we're
all
on there. Feel free to come by.
This. Everyone knows this.
More than welcome.
Especially my one,
Yes.
because the first one gets dropped over... Well, it doesn't get dropped over the weekend.
Is it not over the weekend?
No, it's going to get dropped
On the night?
when I know you're in the car on the way here.
Oh, great. Okay.
So that you don't get a chance to read it first.
Oh.
I don't want you to know what's coming.
Okay. I'm excited, Dan. Can't wait.
Look forward to it. Right. Till then, see ya.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.